Hi guys, I'm gonna be doing a Tower of Flagrant Aggravation guide. I know, I don't usually make guides, so this might be a little bad. But I just wanna see how it goes. So maybe I'll make more horrific tower guides in the future. So yeah, let's just get into it. All right. The first part, this first part just really becomes muscle memory. I mean, there's nothing really to say about these jumps. I like to do most of this one first person as well. Make sure you're like inside the truss right here before you jump like that. And this is quite a difficult camera control right there. I'll just go down and then hold A and W, you'll make it across. Go down once here to get a height boost. And I made it up on the 2-stud, but also like you just want to undo shift block to climb it just in case. Now kind of like halt your jump midair when doing this to make it easier. Climb this part and then just do this normal grab. Do this, do that, do this, do that. None of these jumps in the destination really. Jump here, carefully go along this. It doesn't, I don't think you'll fall off this no matter what. What the fuck is it doing? I don't think you'll fall off it. Just make sure you're like inside of the truss enough to where you get a jump, right? And then climb this part. This one's a grab. And then you're already on 4-2. Camera control right there into a 1-stud. This is pretty easy. Flip your camera away and then do that jump. And climb it. Makes it a lot easier. Now here, I mean, for most of the trusses in this tower, you're gonna just go down and turn your camera a bit. This will give you a big height boost, if you didn't know. This wrap is actually pretty hard. You need to have good camera control to do that. Alright, I'm gonna jump to this ladder. So far. Go around here. All these jumps are pretty easy. Jump onto this like that. You're gonna climb this and go down a bit like that. And then jump, turn it. You'll get the hang of it. This jump's also really hard. You wanna turn in as late as possible. Alright. And then the wraps. And you're on 4-3, which I hate. For this jump, I've got a strat for this jump. Align your cursor with this stud, and then to the end of the part, and then jump like that. See what I did there? No, these are just normal jumps. Also, once again, you can either like halt your jump midair to do this, or you can go to the side of it. So like I hold D and then W like this, so I don't hit my head there. You're gonna align here and go down. Align like this, jump, and then turn. Alright, just jump as late as possible. We'll climb on that. These jumps are muscle memory. Once again, kind of halt your jump, or halt your movement midair, so you won't hit that. Turn, do this, do that, do this, do that. Alright, now this climb jump. It's one of the hardest jumps in the tower. Align your cursor with this part of the stud. And then I like to align my cursor with like these two, in between these two parts right here. And then I do that, and then I just jump normally. Like that. Alright, now 4-4. This jump will become muscle memory. There's no real strat for it. It's just muscle memory. Go out as far as you can. And then we're going to jump this way and get downward momentum. It's pretty easy. All these jumps don't really need explanation. Make sure you're not going to hit your head when doing this jump. Like, really. I've hit my head way too many times on that. Once again, remember, down, turn, it'll give you a high boost. Alright. Try to avoid that insta-kill right there as well. Go as far as you can on this truss, down, and then turn your camera, like, in between, so your cursor's in between these two stud parts right here. And then do that jump. Now jump from here to not hit this insta-kill. You don't have to turn in that fast, I just like doing that at the same time. But turn slowly. There's going to be more of this where you need to turn slowly to climb it. Do these. Super easy. Align yourself with this ladder, and then you're not going to turn your camera, you're going to S and space. Like that. You're not going to flick, but you're going to just like jump normally. Right? And also make sure you don't hit that insta-kill, please. I've hit that before. Alright. Now you're just gonna want to turn onto this so you're climbing it. Get as far as you can. And I like to do arrow keys right here. Jump and then climb that. Well, I missed. I'm gonna see if I can get back there real quick. Okay, I'm back. Can I do it this time? Boom, I did it. You want to turn in pretty fast on there, so you're not gonna just like fall off. Climb this, and then onto this ladder right here. Make sure you're careful doing this. Also go a bit out there so you don't hit this wedge, of course. Now, I like to go like around to this part of the stud with your cursor. Go down a bit and then turn your camera so you get that boost right there. Now, I have a pretty weird shot for this. You're going to want to climb this and turn. So you climb onto this part, go down, get upwards momentum. It's really weird, but trust me, it works. Do that jump. Don't hit those walls. I also have a weird shot for this. Align your cursor with this stud, go down once, align your cursor with the middle of the stud, and then align your cursor with this part of this stud, and then just fail. I don't know. Alright, well I guess it's time to go into practice mode. Okay, let me try this strat again. I swear it never does that. Yeah. It should be a perfect alignment through the two stud gap right there. Go down on this once to get a height boost, and then you're on this. On this specific truss, don't go down, or else you'll hit your head right there, so just do that flick normally. I like to go out as far as I can on that truss, so I can just go up the platform. I don't know how I did it first try. That never happens before, or that never happens. Yeah, like that. All right. Now you're on 6. Do this jump like this, like a head hitter to the right. Doing it this way increases the risk of hitting your head. It's bad. Don't do it like that. Now, once again, you kind of want to go out and then turn in late. This jump's pretty tricky, but you should get the hang of it. Go as low as you can and do that jump. Normal head hitter. And then on this jump, you're going to want to lodge like that, and then go onto the platform. Alright. Now make sure you go as far out as you can on this one. This jump's pretty tough. Make sure you know where you're going, and then you want to jump, and then climb this part. I find climbing this is much easier than if you were to just do the jump like normal, like that. It still works, but I like climbing it more. This is a normal jump. Alright, this jump is fucking ass. Make sure you don't hit your head on this bullshit extending part right here. I don't know why that exists. It's super dumb. And then you just do that. The jump itself is not that hard, but you'll hit your head on that a lot. Now, you're going to want to climb the corner of this stud. Align yourself, and then get downwards momentum and onto the truss. Now, to make sure you don't get too much height, you want to turn a lot, and then flip. Because if you get too much height on this jump, you're going to hit your head, of course. Now, jump from here onto the back of the truss. That's what I find the easiest. And then just do that flick like normal. It's not too tricky. Alright. This jump's pretty tough as well. Get as far out as you can. Go down, turn your camera as far as you can, with it feeling safe, of course. And then you want to turn much further than you think. And then you'll do that jump. It's actually pretty tough. Like, if you don't turn enough, you're just gonna hit the wall and it's gonna be terrible and you're gonna fall. Yeah, who would have guessed? Climb this part right here and then just do a jump like normal. Makes that jump much easier. Alright, nothing special here. This jump sucks. This jump looks really easy, but it's actually pretty tough. You're gonna hit your head most of the time, so you wanna go far out. Down here. This jump sucks as well. You want to turn like as fast as you can, right? So you see how I'm turning that fast? That's how fast you want to turn onto that truss. Now go down once. Manual flick. I like manual flicking more. And then you'll turn on to this part right here. And if you don't fail this jump right here, you're on floor 8. Alright. My strat for this one, just turn until you're climbing it, and then jump. It'll give you a height boost, of course. Make sure you don't fall off this part. None of these jumps in particular are very hard. Turn into that. Okay, now for this jump, you're gonna want to climb it and then align your camera or your cursor with this part of the stud, and then do that camera control wrap. Trust me, it is much easier than it looks. That looks like some insane camera control wrap, but it's really not. It's pretty easy actually. Alright. Now what you want to do for this one is go down and then turn a bit to the right, and then do that wrap around. Wall hop here, and you're already on floor 9. Wow. This is the loop fail jump right here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, just do it like that. This jump sucks balls. What you want to do is climb, and then, oh god. Climb and then turn in on this extended part right here. Because if you turn in right here, you're not going to make it. But if you turn in right here, you are. Right, align and then get downwards momentum. I go to around this part of the stud, go down and turn my camera, and then I'm just gonna demonstrate really quick. It's probably easier if you just look at my no board instead of me explaining it. You just want to go to the left and then back. No, you don't want to hold W and S. Well, I guess you could do that, but there's a risk of you just like jumping off the truss the wrong way. So, and make sure you jump when you're doing that corner clip, just in case you don't clip. You'll land back there. Go down to this little part and then jump here. Treat this as a normal two-step walk around. It's not that bad. Go as far out as you can and turn. Now I do the climb strat for the next two trusses. And you're on floor 10. Floor 10 is pretty free besides one jump, I'm pretty sure. So just do all these jumps how I'm doing them. They don't really need an explanation. Okay, this part. You wanna like go back and forth until you're sinking into this part like I am. Go as far out as you can. And then you're just gonna jump and climb onto here. Now go around D and W right there. Unless you fail this somehow, then you're on the dropper. Alright, by the way, these do not insta-kill you. Like, they do 20 damage, so for now, you're safe. For now. This is a pretty tight squeeze jump, but of course you don't die, so just be careful of your health. Alright, this is another turn. Just go down, and then you're going to want to A and W, like that. Avoid these walls. I like to do a long jump shot for this. Go back. Now you're almost on the insta-kill part. Almost. So just do a bit more of these free jumps. Avoid these as well as you can. And now they kill you instantly, so please don't hit them. Just climb down for all these. Hit that button. For this part, I like to arrow keys and then go like that. Just avoid every platform when jumping down here, like that. Dance out of this cage. No. Avoid that insta-kill, okay. Now what you do for this jump is I like to align my cursor with this part of the stud. Do arrow keys and then jump. It's a pretty easy jump. Avoid this. Climb down right here. And if you don't hit this insta-kill, which like, if you do, I don't know how you would possibly fail that, but you're on the final stretch. Alright. For this first jump to this part of the truss right here. What you're going to want to do is climb up and then shift log backwards. So now you're not climbing it, you're on this part. And then shift jump around there. This is a pretty tight squeeze, but it's not too bad. Few camera control jumps. I like to do this jump like this. Like I like to do it like a long jump. You'll hit it. I actually failed that because I hit my head and I couldn't make the jump. So treat it like a long jump. do this like a backwards jump like that, and it'll make it 10 times easier. Align right here, and then just jump to that platform. Now what you want to do for this jump is like you want to turn to the left, and then W and A rack that. I don't know why it works, but it does. W and A rack that. Now, I think this is the hardest jump for the final stretch. Climb this ladder and like either shift or first person away from it, so you're as far out as you can possibly be. Now, align yourself to where your head's basically hitting this part of the platform, right? And then now you want to align your cursor with this part right here, and then all you need to do now is get downward momentum and climb that truss. Okay. See, even with strats, I still can't do it. Alright. Climb this part. Or just go forwards. Do this jump backwards, it makes it easier. Climb this part to get as far away as you can. Go around here. Make sure you don't get FPS physics bounced on that truss. The rest, a few of these jumps are pretty easy. Not the rest. This jump is kind of weird. I like to align my cursor with the corner of this part, go down once, and then you're gonna flick, you're gonna shift flick with W and A. If you shift flick with just A, then you might go too far out, or you might just not jump at all, so W and A that. How did I just fall? These jumps are too hard. And I just failed one. Okay. I would land on this part of this platform instead of like this part. It makes it easier. You should probably climb this as well. Now align with this part of the stud, and then just turn your camera to like a little bit before the edge of the stud texture, and then just D and jump. Go down this truss. I'd recommend climbing this part, and then now climb right here, and then shift flick to this truss. Alright. Basically, this is the final jump. It's pretty tough as well. So just do it like how I did it right there. There's not a real strat for it. Jump here, shift lock, and you basically beat it. Good job. Good job if you beat this tower. Tovh video should be coming soon.